This ongoing government shutdown is crazy. And what's even more absurd is that SNAP benefits are at risk for the month of November going forward. Food stamps. This is going to leave a lot of our people hungry. Stats say that it's going to affect approximately 42 million Americans. But my concern is my people. This is going to affect black people drastically. And here's why. Many people on social media have been making comments that have been disheartening at the least about how poor people in general, but black people specifically, should go out and get jobs and they should stop depending on the government system. And as frustrating as those comments are, it reminds me of an interview that Martin Luther King Jr. had, Dr. King, about the economic base of black and white Americans. He talks about how in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. Black people were free. They had freedom, but yet they still had famine because America had millions of acres of land that they promised to us, but they gave the white peasant. Black people received nothing. We were left to fend for ourselves with our newfound freedom. And yet our white counterparts, the white peasants, were able to have an economic base of land to give them a good upstart. So they started from in front of the 8-ball, we started behind the 8-ball. So although over 200 years we built this country with free labor, unfortunately, that was not worthy enough to give us an economic base. So for several generations, we have suffered by not having this. Because understand, most wealth that is in the hands of the white man, white wealth is from intergenerational wealth. There are very few black people, and these circumstances are rare, where they have received intergenerational wealth to the same degree as the white man. This is disheartening because those comments made by people don't understand the story, don't understand how people have gotten into the predicament they're in, that there's so many variables that have taken place outside of just us not starting with that economic base. And if it took several generations for us to get to this point, it's going to take several generations for us to get out of it. Martin Luther King Jr. said at the end of this interview, and I quote, he says, "It would be wise for a man to pull himself up by the straps of his boots, but how can we ask a bootless man to do that?" And I paraphrase that. And that is my question today for those people that have made those comments. You want black people to pull themselves up by the straps of their boots, but yet they have no boots. I find that a problem. That is the issue that we have in America.